Hey guys, Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, and what you just saw were a few clips of me shooting the ball that I put in the video right at the start as examples of what I think is above average shot power. Everyone's gonna have their own opinion on that. It's the internet after all. Nonetheless, it ties into today's video topic really nicely. I do wanna apologize for the clips though. I didn't have the raw footage of those clips anymore, so unfortunately I had to pull them from previous playtest videos on my channel, but I wanted to keep the audio in there, which is why you hear the little bits of song, so you'd actually hear the sound of the strike and the ball contact, because I think that helps with interpreting power a little bit better in video form. Nonetheless, the topic for today's video is, will strength training or working out increase the power of your shot? And the obvious answer to this question is yes, but I think that the act of actually getting stronger and increasing the power of your shot isn't as simple as a lot of people interpret it to be. So that's what I wanted to talk about in today's video. And the reason why I'm making this video now and not 3 or 4 years ago, because I've been making these videos for 5 years now, is because this is something that I didn't just want to talk about blindly. It's something that I personally wanted to do and experience myself. So you could say this video is 2 years in the making, because that's basically how long I've been doing the strength training thing, I guess really seriously. So what I want to talk about in today's video is kind of my experience with getting stronger and increasing the power of my shot. And I feel like I'm at a point where the shot power that I'm able to generate is pretty good. I mean, judge it for yourself at the start of the video. Again, everyone's going to have their own opinion, but if you want to hear what the process was like, that's what I'm about to tell you. So for me, I would say that let's start at the beginning before doing any kind of strength training at all. Before strength training, I really still felt like my shot was above average in regards to power. I was one of those people that whatever team I was on, I always felt like I had the hardest shot. It's something that I've always been good at. It's probably been my best attribute as a player in general. Nonetheless, I was always striving to get a more and more powerful shot. So strength training is something that has always interested me, but it's something that I never really did growing up. And it is something that definitely can benefit you. So let's say you're 13, 14 years old and you're interested in doing some kind of strength training. That's not too early. Go for it, do it. It's something that definitely can benefit your performance, but there is a right and wrong way of doing things. I know going to the gym in itself can be kind of an intimidating thing. And if you guys would like to hear another video of kind of my process with that kind of thing, and I guess some advice that I might have, let me know down below in the comment section. But if you can do it, start as early as you can, because it definitely will benefit you. So no strength training for me up until I was about 22 years old. And then basically on my birthday, I decided that I really wanted to pursue this. I wanted to give this a go, because it's something that not only I had an interest in, it's something that really fascinated me. Because obviously I review soccer equipment, and marketing would suggest that certain shoes are going to enhance certain attributes, shot power being one of those things. Not true at all, but the fact that equipment interests me so much in terms of how it could impact performance, that's something that obviously you have to actually perform. So strength training and getting stronger in general is kind of just, let's say, a subcategory of that, the one that is arguably more important than the shoes in the first place. So like I said, big interest in this, wanted to give it a serious go. So I started doing it, and for 2 years now, I've been doing strength training very regularly. If you've been subscribed to the channel for a long time, I know I've seen it in the comment section. You guys have noticed that I have definitely gotten bigger. I'm significantly stronger than I was 2 years ago. So how has that impacted my shot power? I definitely feel like my shot is now more powerful than it was 2 years ago. That is without question. With that being said, the process, which like I said, I wanted to experience myself before making a video like this, was different than I thought it would be. You would think that as you start to get stronger, your shot's going to get incrementally more powerful, but it's not quite that simple. What I immediately found is that once I started getting a little bit stronger and then going to shoot the ball, that everything needed to be adjusted. Yeah, I had more strength in my leg, and that did translate into more power, but now my technique needed to be modified. I wasn't making contact with the ball properly. I was swinging my leg too fast. The power that I was able to generate based on the ball contact positioning that I had before completely screwed everything up. So I could get a lot of power on the shot, but the accuracy was completely gone, or something that I was trying to do, I wasn't able to do quite as efficiently as I could have before because of the extra power that I was trying to put in. So what I'm getting at here is that as you get stronger, there's obviously that strength training element. That's a lot of hard work, but you have to work just as hard at practicing and changing your technique and adjusting it to the new strength levels that you have. So it really is kind of 1A, 1B type situation where you really have to do the two together in order to reap the benefits of the strength training in the first place. So what I'm getting at here is if you don't have much ability right now, if you feel like your technique with shooting the ball isn't that great and you go get stronger, when you come back, your technique wasn't good in the first place, so your shot's not necessarily going to be better or more powerful. It might actually be worse and more inaccurate because you have more strength, but your technique has not improved. So I think that's really a big misconception here. And we see a lot of tutorials, there's tons and tons of information on the internet, but just because it's been posted to the internet doesn't necessarily mean that it's good information. I see so many tutorials where they break down certain aspects of shooting the ball, the very, very basics, and they say, point your foot like this, approach the ball from this angle, run up like this, swing through, and there you go. Those are the 4 things that you need to do in order to kick the ball properly or to perform X technique. It doesn't matter. And those are kind of the worst tutorials because they really don't tell much of the story at all. Shooting the ball is such a complex movement. Let's say if 10 things have to go right, if one goes wrong, the entire thing is thrown off. So it's really, really important to think about everything as you're shooting the ball, and you'll definitely notice this as you get stronger because you'll have to make small little adjustments, the angle of your foot, where exactly you're making contact with the ball, because as you introduce more power, your trajectory is going to be a little bit different and everything changes. So again, I've been doing this for 2 years and I would say my shot power went from, let's say if it was an 8, maybe it's a 9 now. It's not something that's going to be a crazy jump. If your shot power is a 6 and you start working out for a year, it's not going to be over 9,000 or something crazy like that. It's going to be from a 6 to a 7 as you kind of progressively practice and progressively get stronger. The two elements go hand in hand. And like I said, the progressiveness of this is much slower than I think a lot of people would anticipate. Is it worth doing? Absolutely. You're definitely going to notice performance benefits when you get stronger, not just from shooting the ball, but also just in terms of general athletic abilities, running, explosiveness, sprinting speed, jumping obviously, physical strength when you're shoulder to shoulder. All of that is going to be very much affected. And another thing that I think needs to be considered when it comes to strength training, increasing the power of your shot, yeah, obviously your legs have a lot to do with that, but there's also a lot of core, there's a lot of back involved. I would say that there's a lot of arm involved in terms of just swing speed and rotation. There's so much, like I said, that's involved in shooting the ball. And as you develop your muscles, as you get stronger, I think you'll learn a lot more about your body, which in itself will definitely help you in terms of increasing the power of your shot because you'll be able to activate things that you didn't necessarily even know existed prior to getting that strength training, knowledge in. Because like I said, strength training is just as much about getting stronger as it is kind of learning about your body. Everyone's a little bit different. Everyone's going to put on muscle differently. And again, as you strength train, as you practice, the two go hand in hand. You definitely will see performance benefits, not only in shot power, but just general performance. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about in this video. I don't think I need to go too much longer here. There is obviously a lot that I talked about in this video that if you would like to hear more about, kind of a story times type video, let me know down below in the comment section. And also what I'm going to be working on in regards to tutorials, because I have done some in the past and they have been pretty popular videos. A lot of you guys have been asking for them. What I'm planning on doing very, very soon, so subscribe if you haven't already, if you don't want to miss it, is doing a tutorial series on shooting the ball. So not just shooting the ball with the laces and explaining the whole thing. I want to break down every single aspect of shooting the ball, where you should stand, the approach, the plant foot, striking the ball, the contact, the knee bend, the ankle positioning, the foot positioning, the rotation. Everything is so important when it comes to striking the ball. So even if you do have good technique, I think there's going to be some information in this series because I feel like I'm pretty good at describing and breaking down things, not only in terms of equipment, but when it comes to tutorial stuff like this, that even if you already have good technique, there's something that I might point out that you probably never thought of before that will definitely help you once you think about it a little bit and make that small little adjustment. Because like I said, shooting is such a precise movement. One small little thing can be the difference from your shot power being a 6 to a 7. It really is just like that. Just know though, if you are planning on getting into strength training, technique is everything. I would say 90% of your power comes from technique, and then the rest of it is strength. If you can have really good technique and then implement more and more strength, that's where your power is going to increase. But if your technique isn't good and your strength goes up, that's not necessarily going to result in better performance, better shooting power, or better accuracy especially. Like I said, technique and power go hand in hand. They need to be worked on together in order to have an overall improvement. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of thing and you perhaps like to learn more in regards to strength training and just the stuff that I've been up to over the last 2 years and the things that I've learned, let me know down below in the comments. If you have any questions, leave them down below as well. I'll do my best to answer all of your questions. If you enjoyed the video series, you want to see more stuff like this, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all my social media information linked down below in the description as well. Other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.